Hi and welcome back, everybody. I hope you all are having a great day out there. I believe buying XRP right now is like buying Bitcoin, BTC under $1, like buying Bitcoin in the early days. Now, I recently put this statement out, and here today an article came out on this referring to what I said coming out of Crypto Basics, stating Analyst compares holding XRP today to holding BTC under $1. Now, I believe this was a very fair, unbiased article, so I want to talk a little bit about it, but talk to you more importantly on why I believe XRP as a digital asset is far superior to Bitcoin. And don't just take it from me, I'm echoing words from the founder of Ethereum as well, as he did say Ripple XRP is better than Bitcoin. Now, there's a whole host of reasons on why I believe it's better, and I want to summarize them very simply and put them out in an easy format fashion and talk to you about tokenomics, speed, transactions, and so forth. So if you like talking about Ripple and XRP, guys, you know what to do. Drop an X, smash the like button, share the video. Let others around the world know what is truly happening in this digital revolution. Now, first and foremost, as we talk about XRP in comparison to BTC, Bitcoin, we have to understand, if we don't already, and I know many of you do, so I'll walk through this very quickly, transactions per second are far superior with XRP versus BTC, Bitcoin. 1,500 transactions per second, and this was put out a long time ago, versus 7 transactions per second. Now, we're looking at 3 to 5 second settlement time for XRP versus Bitcoin, BTC, sometimes over 1 hour. Far less expensive as well, as literally a fraction of a penny for XRP versus well over 50 cents, sometimes upwards of $8 per Bitcoin transaction. Slow, clunky, expensive is Bitcoin versus XRP. Now, Bitcoin was revolutionary back in the day, in the early days of the cryptocurrency space, but it certainly isn't here today. Now, we've heard the likes of SBI president over in Japan talk about how he believes XRP long term will see a much larger market cap than Bitcoin. And I really do believe this as well, as I believe as we finally get past the SEC case, and this is really what's held us back, and I think many of us know this, it's very understandable and very obvious that this case has held the potential back. And so what we have right now is we have 1,700 NDAs sitting on the sidelines waiting for the clouds to finally fade away. Yes, many do look at this as though Ripple has now won and the case is over, but in a way we really haven't gotten completely past this, as there is a possibility of an appeal. The contracts are signed. This isn't in the works. These are deals that are done. And so as we take a look at price, Bitcoin versus XRP, we have to understand a couple things here. Now, first, when we talk tokenomics, I know that many people talk about the supply of Bitcoin versus the supply of XRP, as there's millions of coins with Bitcoin versus billions with XRP. Well, I would refer to the price, because Bitcoin is roughly 60K per coin versus XRP, of course, is under 60 cents right now. So it's nothing for a big international bank to go out and buy 1 billion XRP tokens and really put demand on these tokens. And so that is the key there, demand. And what we've seen with Bitcoin over the years is demand. Institutional buyers by the boatload have been coming into Bitcoin. Why? They're capable and able to right now, because they're not dealing, or Bitcoin's not dealing with a case, right? But as we see institutional buyers, as XRP is a bank coin, banker's coin, as it's called, institutional coin, that is where you're going to see the demand. That is where you're going to see XRP propped up. Now, I think many of us understand that, get that. But when we talk about how I believe this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, I feel like this article put out here today was very fair. It simply states, a notable market analyst has drawn a parallel between XRP and Bitcoin during its early days of underperformance. Now, I was around at that time. Many of you, maybe you were, maybe you weren't. But Bitcoin was and still is by some forms heavily FUDed. And there were several times back in the day where Bitcoin went down 80-90%. And many back then thought that Bitcoin, myself included, was foolish. I was in the stock market, wasn't in cryptocurrency, and many of us thought it was a silly game to be in, a very silly technology that was being brought about. We as a whole didn't look, the majority of us, right, the masses of us didn't look into what was happening in terms of this digital revolution as we should have. At that time, around that time, XRP was being created. And so as we fast forward, all along, XRP has been a much better asset. It just hasn't seen the appreciation yet, again, due to case circumstances. So this article puts out, they say the lackluster of performance persists. Despite positive developments surrounding XRP since last year, Ripple's 4-year lawsuit has concluded, but XRP's price action has not reflected. What they're not telling you, what they're not saying there, is that there is a possible appeal around the corner. I tend to believe there won't be, but if there is, that, of course, isn't going to be good for price action. And the fact that we have a potential appeal over us is suppressing the price right now, among other factors, right? But the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, the FUD that we have right now about a potential appeal is still suppressing XRP. Make no mistake. Now, it states, as XRP holders grow increasingly frustrated and impatient, pro-XRP market analysts have turned to Bitcoin's historical performance to instill hope among holders amid current anxiety. And it states, XRP is like Bitcoin under $1. In a recent post that I put out on X, the market analysts behind the Molt Media channel urged XRP investors to remember that Bitcoin holders were once mocked when it traded under $1. Notably, XRP has been trading below $1 for 3 years now, like Bitcoin in the early days. The analyst's perspective highlights that in Bitcoin's early days, skepticism about its future was widespread, and that is just the fact, with many viewing it as worthless, like I did. This skepticism is evident from the most infamous instance where a software engineer used 10,000 BTC to buy 2 pizzas some 14 years ago. Many of you have probably heard this story. Absolutely insane looking back now and seeing how far Bitcoin's came. But however, today Bitcoin has grown exponentially in value, trading around 60K with institutional investors to secure the substantial share. What we have with Bitcoin right now is a store of value. I believe Bitcoin is going to appreciate over time. I'm not anti-Bitcoin or anything like that, but essentially you have a store of value versus XRP, a utility coin with use case and a store of value. That also, let us not forget, let me remind you, has a burn feature. So as you see the massive demand come in, the flood come in, from institutional buyers, what we know is coming, the demand will be insane. I do believe this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. That's all I got for you for now. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions in the comment section below, and we'll see you all in the next one.